Yesterday. Yesterday, Mark Johnson.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I am not the man that I used to be. Why? Yesterday. Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. There are two things that I know. One, that I am not Paul McCartney. And two, that yesterday is something we all share in common. And it transcends race, religion, gender, and ethnicity. Many of us refuse to let go of yesterday because of something that someone said or did that caused us pain. Or something someone said or did that made us feel good. I remember yesterday. Last year, my father died of cancer. And as I sat at his bedside for 3 weeks in the hospice and watched him take his last breath, I reminisced about our yesterdays. My father is my hero. He was a police officer, a veteran, and a radiologist. He was a compassionate yet firm man, and he was the disciplinarian in our home. I'll never forget one day, he returned home from work, and when he entered the house, he bellowed my name like a drill sergeant. At least that's what it sounded like to me. When I heard the tone of his voice, I lost it, people. I started to wiggle like the scarecrow in the Wizard of Oz, and I started trying to figure out what I'm going to do, and I clenched my fist, and I prayed, God, please, don't let me get another whipping, because I'm a very mischievous child. I walked into the living room, and I stood in front of him like a half-limbed little baby, and I looked into his eyes, and that firm look of a drill sergeant softened, and he said, son, we're going fishing in the night. My face lit up like the stars at night. That was our favorite pastime. I collected the fishing tackle. I then walked into the kitchen, and I made our traditional bologna and cheese sandwiches. I collected potato chips and the cookies and packaged them. I then went into my bedroom, put on my bare overalls, and I jumped into bed. I didn't even brush my teeth because I was so excited. As I lay in the bed, I looked up at the ceiling, rocking back and forth, as though I was waiting for Santa Claus himself to come down the chimney. And right before I fell asleep, he entered my room and said, son, it's time to go. I jumped up, put everything into the car, and off to the lake we went. When we arrived there, it was still dark. So Dad and I would sit side by side on the bank, waiting for dawn to break. And when she arrived, we would capture the essence of her beauty on the surface of the lake like a glass pane, with the mist swirling on top like angels dancing. Then we would shatter the silence by casting our lines into the water, sending the waves cascading across the lake like a mini tsunami. That was a good yesterday. But then we have bad yesterdays. I had one. I am 51 years old, and it was only 2 years ago that I resolved one of my bad yesterdays. My father didn't know before he died, and my mother only found out 2 years ago. As a young child, I was sexually molested. And it wasn't until I was reintroduced to my friend forgiveness that I was able to overcome my pain of yesterday. Once I understood that forgiveness was not only for the person who offended me, but that forgiveness was also for me, I was able to break the bounds and bands of yesterday and step into my destiny and purpose of today. My personal purpose statement is this: to inspire, to impact, and to empower those in the space that I occupy. I work for the largest federal prison in the United States in Coleman, Florida. And each day I step into the bowels of that beast. I seek to inspire, impact, and empower not only the inmates, but most importantly the staff that works and watches them. I have, within the last 2 years of resolving my pain of yesterday, published a book, increased my presence in the Boys and Girls Club, Junior Achievement, local alternative schools. I have become a life coach and a group coach. I have group coached inmates. And last week, I life coached a 16-year-old at-risk youth for 10 weeks, and he completed it. What is your personal purpose statement? What may be holding you back from living your destiny? See, I firmly believe that every person in here, you have a purpose, and you're supposed to inspire, impact, and empower someone in the space that you occupy. Is unforgiveness holding you back? Are you not living your destiny and purpose? Please, yesterday is the past. Tomorrow is the future. Today is the present. That's why they call it a gift.